not comparing the Tea Party when they first started. It's such a wonderful group to get people together and give everyone an outlet to try to affect some change in their government. So I commend you all for doing that. It's a very important thing that we do. And it's nice to see everybody still active and involved after a year and after the election takes place. I think a lot of people were wondering what's exactly going to happen once the election is over, where, what's going to happen to these things. So I think it's very important that we do go ahead and keep these things viable and keep them going so that our government knows that we're here and we're really not going away. There were a couple of things that were said tonight, and I want to thank you all for having me tonight. A couple of things that were said, and I just wanted to address them. One of the questions to Kevin was this gentleman that was over here had asked, why are the votes all party line? Why do we end up in this situation that we end up where there seems to be nobody coming together? And I think the way you solve that, he asked, how do you solve that? I think the way to solve that is very easy. We elect more Republicans, because until we get parity in our government, until we have closer votes, there's no reason to cross party lines. The Democrats have such a majority now, they're told how to vote, when to vote, and how it is that they're going to vote, or they're not going to get anything for their district. And so they have no incentive to try to work with the other side, work to make things happen. And those are the things we need to change. We were very fortunate this year in that we elected 16 new Republicans to double our caucus size. And so we're trying to make it 17. As everybody knows, or maybe don't, so we'll introduce you. Again, my name's Durant. I am the guy that originally won by 4, and then won by 1, and then a judge decided that wasn't good enough. The process is what the process is, and Peter brought up a very good point. Was what happens if it comes open by 1 again? What would happen to us? I've thought of that. I had some nightmares about that, and we try to put those out of our minds so that hopefully we don't have to go through this again. But this is an important process that we're going through. And one of the things I've been telling everybody, this election is obviously very unique in the fact that where it's just a continuation of November, but it's also unique in a way. I guess I always start by saying we've all heard the phrase, and I'm sure we've all used the phrase in the